Hi, everyone. Welcome to this Helio conversation made possible by free Skype meetings. My name is Daniel Pink, and I'm joined remotely by two people you know and love probably too. First is Gretchen Rubin, who is in New York, and Amy Cuddy. Where are you, Amy? Are you in Boston?
I'm in Boston.
Boston. And so what we're going to do here today is we're going to talk. We're going to talk about working remotely. We're going to talk about how business owners can do things a little bit smarter. And we're going to do it using this groovy technology. So what I've got here, guys, I'm going to load on to here some questions that we have. Boom. There you go. Right in there, some questions. All right. So we surveyed some people, wanted to understand their concerns. So our first question here, what strategies do you have to stay motivated and accountable when you're not working in an office environment? And I should point out that none of us right now are in a kind of a true office environment.
I think you really do need to find the place in your house that feels the most comfortable to you, that you do not associate with watching TV with your family or, having difficult conversations with your family. It's got to be the place where you work, you feel sort of safe, you feel focused. So I really can't emphasize that enough. It can be a little corner, but it's got to be your corner, and leave that at the end of the day. It cannot be mixed with the personal life. So I think that is really critical.
And another thing I would add is put yourself in a work frame of mind. Maybe you're not going to put on a suit, but don't stay in your PJs. Put on an outfit so you're ready for the day. And I've heard of a lot of people who will give themselves a commute, even if it's just walking around the block and saying I'm leaving home to go to work and now I'm coming right back to my house.
I also want to say that walking is important. Yes, also get out of your PJs. Absolutely, you cannot stay in your pajamas. Dress in a way that is respectable, so that if somebody came to your house, you would not be embarrassed. But walk. I mean, there's so much evidence now that walking in particular, improves your cognitive function, your executive functions, your creativity, your sense of confidence. You need to get out and take those walks, and maybe you do use those as transitions between tasks. But get out of the house.
One of the things that I do, which is especially when I'm writing, is I treat the job like a bricklayer. I come in at a certain time each day. I have a certain number of words that I need to hit, and I don't go anywhere until I have laid all of those bricks. And then I come back the next day and lay some more bricks. And there are no exceptions. There's no calling in sick. I think that's actually ends up being a pretty good practice. I'm uploading a PowerPoint. I'm just going to ask one question about this thing. You guys have probably seen it. Boom. So what I put up here, so we're talking about freedom and accountability and whatnot, and there's a kind of a viral, if I can use that overused word, a PowerPoint, if you can believe that those two words would go together. How about this right here? So they say we're a team, not a family. What do you think of the family, companies as families?
There are a lot of people talking about their companies as families, and I think it does work well for some companies. I think the idea of a team is that everyone has a pretty clear role. There's a concrete win that they're going for, and you can't really have any free riders, right? With a family, there's this implication that you can have free riders from time to time. I think with teams, you can.
I just think that the obligations to family are moral and biological in many cases. So I always sort of raise my eyebrows a little bit at a company as family metaphor. So this has been a great conversation about a whole range of things. Thank you to Amy Cuddy, Gretchen Rubin. You guys should all buy all of their books, multiple copies of all of their books immediately. I'm Daniel Pink here at Pink Inc. World Headquarters in Washington, D.C. You have been listening to a Helio conversation, which is made possible by free Skype meetings. Thanks for joining us.